What's up, everyone? Y'all know what it is. It's the Allen Powell Show live on a Tuesday night. Got a locked and loaded show for you tonight. I got my man Justin Camper, attorney at law, going to tell us if Jon Gruden really has a case against the NFL. Plus, we got Ben Simmons issues again. He got some stuff going on. We're going to go around the NFL. Week number 10 is in the books. We had some upsets, some strange games. So we're going to get all of that jumping. So y'all bring your hot takes and your hot comments and all that good stuff. We're going to get locked and loaded. Let's go, y'all.
We lock and load, Allen Powell. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. We lock and load. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on. Yeah.
What's up, everyone? Man, got a locked and loaded show for you tonight. I listed a couple of the topics that we're going to be discussing, but we have to jump the show off with those hot fire Chicago Bulls. It's a great time to be a Bulls fan. They whooped on LA Lakers last night. It was a good sight to see. And, man, they is out here just doing great things, man. They beat the Clippers and the Lakers back-to-back. And 121-103, DeRozan balling out. Levine, Lonzo hit 7 threes last night. So I just want to know, how are y'all feeling about the Bulls as they continue to win, continue to show up? And man, it's a fun time for Chicago fans. And my question is, at this juncture, for what we've seen so far, are the Chicago Bulls the best team in the East? Because as I continue to say, week in and week out, looking at these teams in the Eastern Conference, they have the least amount of issues, and it doesn't seem like it's no egos, and they just out here just balling out, man. And the only good Western team that they've lost to is the Golden State Warriors. Everyone else they've beaten, and they've looked good doing so. So, like I said, that's the reason why I didn't say the whole entire league, because they did lose to the Dubs. But I can say, are they the best team in the East? Because I think you can make an argument to say they was. Well, they did lose to the 76ers. They did lose that game. But they still have a better record than the 76ers. And I'm just saying, if you're a Bulls fan, do you think they're the best team in the East? Because I think it can be an argument. It can be an argument that they are. And I just like the way they playing. So tell me, if they're not the best team in the East, who is? Who is? Who's the best team in the East? If it's not the Bulls, then who? That's what I want to know from you. Make sure y'all comment. Y'all comment your best team, your favorite team. Share the live, man. Share the live. Y'all people can see it. We're going to post the comments. We're going to see, what do you think about the Chicago Bulls? Are they the best team in the East? Because I think it could be an argument that they are. And so if you didn't see the game last night, I'm just going to play some of the highlights from that game. Like I said, DeRozan had, I think, 38, and Levine had 26. Lonzo hit like 7 threes, and it was a beautiful sight to see, man. They was playing without Vucevic, and they balled out, man. I mean, Lonzo, DeMar, and Levine have LA ties, and it seemed like they was on a mission. They was on a mission to come back home and show out in front of their people. And that's what they did. Look at this. Levine, buckets. He's a bucket getter at this point, man. He's out there getting buckets. And it's a fun sight to see. And DeRozan said he's been playing with a chip on his shoulder. Now, he said that the word, I guess, washed was used. Everybody's saying the word washed. I don't think they used it against him. But if he want to use the Jordan tactic of just using anything to get him motivated, I am not mad at him. I am not mad at this brother. Use what you got to use. If you just got to make up some stuff, I just want to know, do players be making up stuff to get motivated? Because, like I say, nobody said DeMar DeRozan was washed. But he said that, he had a chip on his shoulder because somebody said he was washed. But, man, he's out here balling out. Lonzo looked good. Man, the Ayo the Caruso pickup looks good. The ball movement's been great. It's just been good to see, man. And their defense has been good. Their defense been good. So I'm just in case of people didn't watch the game last night. They beat the Lakers 121-103. And after this game, like I say, I just want to know, are the Bulls the best team in the East? Because it's an argument. They got one of the top 2 records in the East. Philly did beat them, but they got one of the top 2 best records in the East, and their only loss on this West Coast trip has been to the Warriors. They whooped on the Clippers, they whooped on the Lakers, and they look good. This is without Nikola Vucevic. Lonzo out here getting buckets, and man, they out here balling, man. So y'all tell me y'all thoughts about these Bulls. It's an exciting time to be a Bulls fan. I'm going to try to make a game this year because they out here looking good. And I mean, listen, I seen Lonzo throwing alley-oops off the backboard to Levine, and I want to see some of that in live. They getting out in transition, man, just balling. Ayo has been a great pickup, draft pick, and I think they got him, I think, in the second round from Illinois, and he's been balling out, man. It's just been fun to watch. Have you been having fun watching these Bulls play? Because it's been great. It's been great. And are they the best team in the East is my question. I mean, they beat a Lakers team. I get it without LeBron James, but you still have AD and Russell Westbrook on that team with Melo having a good year. Taylor and Horton, Tucker came back. Look, mid-range game from DeRozan has been off the chain. He always had a good mid-range game, but you seeing it up close, man, up close. And the defense, like I say, has been good. This is just some of the highlights for the people who didn't get a chance to see the game. Balling. And I got to go see a game, man. I got to go see a game. Like I say, DeRozan said he's been playing with a chip on his shoulder, talking about, I guess somebody might have called him washed. I don't believe nobody called him washed, but if he got to make up something to get motivated, kudos to him. I'm not mad at him. If you want to talk about the Lakers, man, and how this Russell Westbrook is fitting, we could do that as well. Do the Lakers look like a championship team? Because right now they don't, in my opinion. DeRozan even has expanded his three-point game. Three-point game has been pretty good this year. But this post-up mid-range game has been great, and Levine is out there getting buckets as well. So it's a fun time to be a Bulls fan right now. They are balling out. Look, in transition, they've been great defensively. They've been great. I mean, what else can you say about them? What else can you say about the Bulls? Levine, I think Levine and DeRozan might be one of the best. They're one of the best duos in the league. I even heard that DeRozan was in some MVP conversation. So, yeah, Chicago Bulls fans, how you feeling about the Bulls? I'm feeling great. They beat the Lakers 121-103. It was a good game. And I just want to know, are they the best team in the East? So we're gonna move on a little bit. Some more NBA news. Ben Simmons' agent, Rich Paul. Y'all know that brother. Rich Paul, from the LeBron camp, said that the 76ers are making matters worse by asking Ben Simmons to do some of the stuff that they asked him to do, to go see a therapist, to go do this, go do that. They are saying the 76ers are making Ben Simmons' mental issues worse. What are you supposed to do with that? What are you supposed to do with a player who doesn't want to play on the team but still wants to get paid? He wants to get traded, but the 76ers feel like they haven't gotten right compensation. So he says he's mentally not ready to play. He's mentally not ready to play. Okay, but he said he got mental issues. So 76ers asked him to go see mental therapists from their organization. He doesn't want to do it. They start penalizing him. He eventually goes to do it. Then the agent says, y'all making his situation worse. So y'all just want this? Do Rich Paul and Ben Simmons just want to continue to get paid without doing anything? Because if you're not getting traded, you can't just be making free money just doing nothing. You say you got mental health issues. The 76ers are trying to help that situation out. This whole Ben Simmons saga is a mess. And I, for one, are with the 76ers because a contract is a contract. They still got to pay him over $100 million of money left. And he wants to get traded, but if they're not getting right compensation, then you got to come in and work. It's called a contract. You can't just void the contract. So I don't get the Rich Paul aspect of the 76ers are making it worse. They're not making him do anything out of the ordinary for him to get paid. They're giving him his money without performing the job that he's asked to do. Under this mental health situation, he still gets paid. I have no problem with the 76ers asking him to see a mental health therapist if he says he's mentally not ready to play, this is what you got to do. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But Rich Paul says so if the 76ers are making it worse, what are they supposed to do? Do nothing? Let him sit home and get paid to do nothing until he gets traded. I think that's what they want. Either trade him now or give him his money and sit at home and do nothing until the trade happens. That's what they want. Rich Paul, man, listen, I'm not mad at the man to getting his agent money on, got big clients, this, that, and the other. But you cannot just try to help these players just do whatever they want to do. They try to force their way out of every situation that they in, and they try to do it their way. I'm not with that, man. I'm not with it. Like, a contract is a contract. An agent, I understand you representing the player. Okay. But contract is still a contract. Until you get traded, you're going to have to abide by the rules. Like, this is ridiculous. I hope the 76ers stick to their guns. If he mentally not ready to play, he go see a mental therapist and go from there. You can't say somebody's making it worse if they ask you to go see a mental therapist to help the mental problem that you say you have. Now, that's a whole nother issue because, in my opinion, his only mental issue is on the court playing basketball. I don't think when he said he's mentally not ready to play, that got anything to do with the 76ers. He's doing that because he just don't want to play with that team anymore. But as far as playing basketball, I don't think he have no issue. He just doesn't want, he don't want to play for the 76ers. And you on a contract, so I hope the 76ers stick to their guns. Until a trade gets done, he needs to go through the proper protocols to get paid. He's getting paid a lot of money to sit at home right now. So that's my take on it. Y'all make sure y'all comment, and we're going to get these comments. We're going to go around the NFL, man. NFL Week 10 is in the books. It has some upsets. had some strange things happening. The Ravens lost to the Dolphins. The Browns got destroyed by the Patriots. The Buccaneers lost to the Washington football team. The Rams lost to the 49ers. The Panthers beat the Cards. I don't understand the NFL. I can't gauge who's good, who's not. Y'all tell me who is good in the NFL, because what in the world is the Buccaneers losing to the Washington football team? The Washington football team starting quarterback is Taylor Heineke. How? The Ravens lost to the Dolphins. I watched that game. The Dolphins had backup Jacoby Brissett, and then Tua came in, and the Ravens can't move the ball against that Dolphins defense. I don't know who's good in the NFL. Y'all tell me who's good, because I don't know. My Bears is on a bye week, so I didn't have to watch them this week. But the Ravens had no business losing to the Dolphins. The Buccaneers had no business losing to the Washington football team. And the Rams, with their new acquisitions of Odell Beckham, Von Miller, and those boys, lose to a 49ers team that is not really good this year. What is happening? What is happening in the NFL? Can anybody tell me who's good? The Panthers beat the Cards, but the Cards had their backup in, so okay. I'm okay with that. They had Colt McCoy at quarterback. Okay. But I don't understand what's going on in the NFL. Y'all tell me what's going on. I also want to talk about this Panthers and Cards game, because Cam Newton is back with the Panthers, and he's back where he won MVP. He started his career, did some big things, and so he's back with Carolina. And he didn't start, but he did come in for goal line situations. And so I'm gonna show you what Cam did as soon as he got back with the Panthers. Here we go.
Who is in the game? Cam Newton on 2nd and goal.
So he comes back
with the Panthers,
goal line situation.
Thursday. Just 3 days ago, McCaffrey split out.
And this is Cam Newton.
Newton takes the snap, and he is in for a Panthers touchdown.
As you hear him clearly says he's back.
Yes, he is. Wow. The energy they said that Cam brings. This is what makes Cam Newton so special.
So Cam,
everybody knows
on goal line situation, takes it in for the touchdown. He yells, "I'm back, I'm back," 3 times. Well, 2 times, I like 3 times. But my question is he really back though? Is he really back? Because I really feel like when he says I'm back, he's saying I'm back out of jail. And let me tell you what I mean by out of jail. He played with the New England Patriots. He played with the New England Patriots last year, where he could not dare do what he just did just there. Score a touchdown and yell, "I'm back, I'm back." He could not even have this type of personality with the Patriots. He was low-key and had to keep a low profile. So you know what that I'm back means? That I'm back means my personality is back. My Superman is back. My fun is back. All of that. That I'm a jail. That's the I'm back that I think Cam is talking about. I don't think he's I'm back former MVP. I don't know if he can get back to that level. But out of jail, out of New England, I can have some personality. That's what it is. That's the I'm back that he's talking about. But do y'all really think Cam is back? Demetrius Peterson checking in, talking about the NFL. He don't know what's going on with the NFL either. Thank you for checking in, brother. The Mason Report. As a reminder, I told y'all the Bulls were going to be the team to beat months ago, and y'all laughed at me. Listen, I don't know if I laughed at you. I'm a Bulls fan myself. I thought they was going to make the playoffs, but I have to go back to the shows to see exactly what you said, brother, because a lot of people want to come out the woodworks and say, I told you this, I told you that. I don't know. But, hey, I love what I'm seeing from the Bulls, man. I love what I'm seeing from the Bulls for sure. Once again, people who just joined the show, we talked about the Chicago Bulls win against the Lakers last night. My question is, are they the best team in the East? Also, Ben Simmons' agent says the 76ers are making things worse on Ben Simmons by asking him to do certain things because he's not playing right now, but he's still getting paid. He's still getting paid, and we don't know when he's going to get traded, but he said he's mentally not ready to play, so the 76ers want him to see mental therapists to help his mental issues out. But the agent says, no, you know what? Y'all making it worse. Y'all are making it worse. And then we're going around the NFL, man, where some upsets happened this week. Once again, the Ravens lost to the Dolphins. I thought the Ravens was going to actually make a statement with this game and try to separate themselves from the pack. But they end up losing to the Dolphins. Crazy NFL. I don't understand it. Also, the Browns got destroyed by the Patriots. For people who thought the Browns was for real, they lost like 45-7 to a rookie quarterback and the Patriots. I mean, what the Browns, everybody was getting on the Browns, man. They saying Baker Mayfield is not that guy. Everybody thought the Browns was going to be better without Odell because for whatever reason he played better without Odell. But as you seen them getting destroyed by the Patriots 45-7, that the Browns seem like the same old Browns. Cliff Mason, the Mason Report says Bulls aren't the team to beat in the East because Brooklyn still has the most talent, but chemistry matters and they have it. So the Bulls beat Brooklyn. And like I say, the reason why I asked the question, are the Bulls the best team in the East, is because if you look at all the situations that's going on with the Eastern Conference teams, Brooklyn being one of them, is the Kyrie Irving situation. Can the Bulls beat Brooklyn without Kyrie Irving? Because I think they, on paper, they might be able to. Cam is going to be a problem in his first start next game. He'll throw for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns and rush for 50 and a touchdown. Ooh, that's a big thing, brother. Hey, I don't even know if he know the offense yet. You think he gonna do that ASAP? That brother don't even know the offense yet. I think you got to pump the brakes on Cam. He might do the 50 yards, but yes, the Bulls can beat everyone in the East, including Brooklyn, with Kyrie. You saying with Kyrie? I said without Kyrie. You saying with Kyrie? The Bulls can beat everyone in the East. And when you say beat everyone, do you mean in the playoffs? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about a regular season game. In the playoffs, can the Bulls beat Brooklyn or anybody in the East in a playoff series? Because if you look at it, DeMar DeRozan, I think, is the only one with playoff experience. Vucevic don't have real playoff experience. Levine don't have playoff experience. So DeRozan is the only one with playoff experience. Can the Bulls beat anyone in the East? He said with Kyrie. He's put in all caps. I see the all caps. He says with Kyrie. It's early in the season, brother. Listen, I'm a Bulls fan. I'm happy to see what they're doing. I can't say that just yet. But it's going to be interesting to see. Listen, the chemistry that you talked about with the Bulls is real. There's no egos. The ball moves, ball movement. They play good D. The chemistry looks good. And it looks like they have a lot more chemistry than a lot of teams in the East. So if we talk about the Eastern Conference, you got Brooklyn, the Kyrie situation. You got Philly, Ben Simmons, still hasn't been traded. And we don't know what's going to happen with that. Milwaukee's been having injuries. They're not even at 500 yet. Atlanta, I think we're better than the Hawks right now. The Knicks have been having trouble. So the Heat are pretty good. The Heat is another good team. But at this moment, they have one of the top 2 best records in the East. And I will put them over the Wizards at this point. The Wizards has the other good record. And I would take my Bulls. So listen, it's exciting right now to see what's going on with the Bulls. If the Bulls play against all them teams I mentioned in the playoffs, Cliff Mason says with Kyrie, the Bulls can beat them. He says DeMar, Lonzo, Levine, all healthy, cannot be beaten by any team in the East except Philly with Simmons, Miami with Jimmy Buckets, and Brooklyn with Kyrie. So now he's changed his stance. He said except those teams now. My man Ronnie Mercier, a healthy Bulls team can beat anyone in the East. 2 top 10 scorers and 2 top 10 defenders, and Caruso won a chip. So that's a good point. Caruso got playoff experience. Won a chip. So you saying they can be anyone in the East in a playoff series. And when I say a playoff series, I'm assuming I'm saying what if Kyrie comes back? What if either Simmons comes back with Philly or they make a trade for someone? What do you think about Miami? And Brooklyn, if Kyrie come back, what do you think about that, Ronnie? Because, I mean, I like what I'm seeing from the Bulls, but Caruso, I would say, okay, Caruso and DeRozan, the only one with playoff experience on the Bulls team. Do you think at this moment they have enough playoff experience to beat anybody in the East? But I'm glad you brought up the Caruso because Caruso has been a big pickup. Defense, veteran leadership. I think I've seen a stat with Caruso was a plus 28, and he scored 0 points. For all those people that think it's all about numbers, you can make an impact on the court without even scoring a ball. Caruso, 0 points, a plus 28 on the court. So we're going to keep the conversation going, but I have to get to this other NFL story, and I had to bring in a lawyer to find out about this case because I don't know how it's going to turn out. And so if you don't know what I'm talking about, Jon Gruden is suing the NFL for leaked emails. Earlier this year, emails came out. He ended up resigning. And he had a $100 million contract. He had a $100 million contract with the Raiders. They ended up settling it, but he had to resign. And out of 650,000 emails from the Redskins, the only ones that got leaked was Jon Gruden. So apparently he's mad about that, and now he's going to sue because I was reading that he's lost endorsements and lost different business ventures because of it. So I said, let me call on my attorney, the best in Northwest Indiana, Chicagoland area, Mr. Justin Camper in the building. What's up, brother? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on, brother Al?
How you doing, man? So I got this case. And I'm looking at it. I'm looking at some of the what's going on with this story, and I was like, it is ironic that only his emails got leaked, and it seems like it can be almost like a defamation of character, or and then he said he's going to be suing for attorney fees and other things. After checking out this story, what do you think about the story and the chances of Jon Gruden winning this case?
Yeah, I mean, definitely after the emails were released, I'm not a Jon Gruden fan, but from a legal aspect of things, I think that he definitely has a good case. I was able to read through the complaint. The lawyers drafted up a pretty good complaint. There was 4 different elements claims that they were charging with him with the NFL, Roger Goodell, and 20 other unnamed defendants in this case. And I think there's some pretty solid claims there. I think he has a pretty solid case. I'm not sure if he's going to prevail all the way through based off the evidence that may come out later. But right now, I think he definitely had enough to make a solid claim.
He's saying, so it was 650,000 emails from the Washington football team. He is the only ones that got leaked. And it seems like he's saying that he was forced out because they said if the Raiders didn't fire him or make him leave, we was going to bring out more. And it seemed like they using him as a possible scapegoat. Can that be used in court?
I think definitely so. I mean, if you look at the claims, they have 4 different claims. And if I can just read them through, the first one is intentional interference with contractual relationships. The second one is torturous interference with prospective economic advantage. The third one is negligence, and the fourth one is negligent hiring. And the first one is intentional interference with contractual relations. You got to prove that he had a valid contract, that the defendant had knowledge of that contract, and that the defendant intentionally acted in a way to disrupt that contract and breach that contract, and it resulted in damages. And so, as you just stated, that if he can prove that they released those emails so that he can lose his contract with the Raiders, he definitely can prevail on that claim.
Man, listen. I'm not, like you say, I'm not a big Jon Gruden fan either, but I'm also not a fan of just leaking out certain emails instead of bringing. Why was his the only one released? Like, does that make you wonder why was his the only ones released?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely does. It definitely looks suspicious on its face. The NFL response was that his emails were the only ones that were, I forgot, inflammatory. I think that was the word that they used. And so that's why they only released his emails. But I think you had to really think about what is the purpose of releasing those emails. They said that they didn't release all the emails originally because they were doing an investigation for something totally different. It was about, sexual harassment in a workplace environment, and they didn't want to release those emails, and they didn't want to release those things because they were still under investigation. And for them just to leak his emails, it does seem like there was some intentionality behind it.
I'm looking at some of the things that he lost. He lost a sponsorship deal with Skechers. He was pulled from Madden. I am a Madden. I used to play Madden a whole lot, and I know. Now, the crazy part is in Madden, nobody really cares about what the coach look like. You know what I'm saying? You rarely see the coach. They might show a 1 or 2 shots from Madden, but I guess he was mad about that. I guess he was mad about getting pulled from Madden. And future employment and endorsement prospects damaged. So it seems like he's trying to get money from the sponsorship deal with Skechers and future employment. Do you think he will win this case? Do you think he will win money from this case?
Oh yeah, definitely. He had some clear cut damages. I mean, he lost the contract, he lost endorsement deals, and then us lawyers, we can throw in other stuff in there like future employment loss, so
he definitely. Now hold on, time out. Let's go. Let's start. Let's pause right there. He said future employment. How do he know in the future that he like he's not going to get employed? How does that work?
Well, you don't know, but we can prove beyond with preponderance of evidence, we can make an argument that he would. And if the judge buys the argument, then hey, but I think he definitely could. I mean, Stephen A. Smith made a statement, says that his career is over. That was the headline. So I mean, nobody's thinking about hiring someone who makes those types of statements.
Yeah, maybe in the NFL, but he might go to college or high school or something like that, because it's not as big as a platform as the NFL.
Sure, but I mean, if you can show that, hey, someone stopped you from doing what you were potentially in your line of trade, what you were, destined to be,
Right.
then you definitely have a claim for stopping the future employment.
Do you think it's a chance that the NFL might just settle so they won't have to deal with this?
I think it's a high chance, based off all the analysts. They think that this is going to settle, but the NFL said that they're going to vigorously defend their claim. So I'm really interested in seeing what their response is going to be. I thought that his lawyers did a really good job in drafting up the complaint. It was really well written complaint, a 21-page complaint, and I think that the NFL definitely going to have to stand strong, and I want to see what they're going to say. It's going to be an interesting fight.
Now, I do remember when Colin Kaepernick came out and said that they blackballed him from the league. Basically, they end up settling with him.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, he was able to have good enough evidence to make them just say, "Oh, we're just going to settle." Do you think that Jon Gruden will have good enough evidence to make them settle as well?
Well, I like to tell people, and particularly my clients, that settlement doesn't mean fault, right? There's a lot of reasons why somebody may settle. They may say, "Well, I don't want the constant exposure. I don't want to keep dealing with cancel culture who you're guilty until proven innocent. I don't want to keep losing money and paying lawyer fees." So there's just a lot of reasons why someone may settle, and it might be good for you to settle. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they were admitting fault per se. But I think that they may settle with him because I think he definitely has a very solid case, and if he can prove this in trial, he could potentially win a lot of money, lot of money that they would have not have gotten if he would have just settled it.
Yeah, like you say, it is going to be interesting to see. Listen, tell the people if they need some attorney tips, need your services. Where can they reach you at, man? The best in Northwest Indiana, Chicagoland area, Justin Camper. To give them your info, man, if they need some assistance.
I appreciate that title. I'll take it. Recommended by Alan Powell Show.
Yes, sir.
Justin Camper Law, JUSTINCAMPER Law.com is where you can find all my information. I'm on all social media, pretty much Instagram, Facebook, at Justin Camper Law. That's where you can find me. I do business and criminal, so I'm definitely interested in any cases that you guys bring my way.
There it is, Justin Camper, business attorney, criminal attorney. You got problems either way, he can help you, man. He can help you. So we're going to go ahead and get you up out of here, man. I appreciate you coming on, telling us about this Jon Gruden, and I look forward to hearing from you in the future, my brother.
Thanks for having me on.
All right, brother. That's Justin Camper telling us about Jon Gruden and what he thinks is going to happen in that case. We're about to get ready to get up out of here. My scripture of the day is 1 Samuel 16:14. Been listening to the series Crazy of Faith, and this passage he was talking about don't be bamboozled by the blessing. So once you get the blessing, don't let your blessing take away from you spending time with God, doing different things. But in his passage, he came across one scripture that just caught my attention, and it really didn't have, I think, a whole lot to do with the message, but it had a little bit. But this is just a scripture I think you can look at, and it might mess you up a little bit. So it says, "Now the spirit of the Lord had departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from the Lord tormented him." Now, the reason why it caught my attention is because a lot of the times people say that God does, everything good, and if something bad happens, it's from the devil. And in this scripture, it says, now the spirit of the Lord had departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from who? From the Lord tormented him. Now, if you know anything about Saul, he was a little disobedient. God told him to do something. He did it like halfway, didn't do it all the way. And he ended up losing his position, and David ended up becoming king. But this scripture right here is saying that an evil spirit from the Lord tormented him. Now I think in the passage, he was saying that some stuff is from the Lord to build you up, to build character, to help you maybe in your next season. And so I think this is he was saying that he was trying to work something out to help him in his next season, what he might come into his next season. But all bad stuff is not from the devil. He was saying that the Lord might let some stuff happen, or might do some stuff to help you in the future. But I think this might mess with a lot of people, because they say everything that's bad comes from the devil and everything good comes from God. But it's more scriptures that contradict that statement. But 1 Samuel 16 and 14 is just an eye opener that it says an evil spirit from the Lord tormented him. It didn't say an evil spirit from the devil. It said an evil spirit from the Lord. So I don't know, man. Y'all could take that scripture. Y'all could check it out for yourself. Tell me what you thought. I just thought it was an interesting scripture to come across. And hopefully that it makes you dig in your word and help you out some kind of way. So listen, make sure y'all subscribe. Everybody who's watching right now, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube, go subscribe to the YouTube right now. Allen Pals on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on your notifications. Listen, follow, like, and review our Facebook page. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Merchandise. We got hoodies, shirts, jerseys, long sleeves, all that good stuff. If you want to purchase some merch, we ship long distance. You can rep the Allen Pals. If you know somebody that got a business that want to advertise, message me. We can make that happen. We've had plenty of guests. We had plenty of guests lately promoting their business, advertising. We had a car detailer on the show last week. We got future guests coming up. Small businesses, Black-owned businesses, just good businesses in general. Going to be coming on the show advertising. So y'all keep them coming. Mason Support says subscribe, everybody. Y'all heard the sheriff, man. Subscribe, people. Subscribe to the YouTube. Get these numbers up for your boy. And Ronnie Mercier says they're winning without Vucevic, Williams, and without Kobe White. Talking about the Bulls. We had a great conversation about the Bulls today. Appreciate that, brother, for checking in. And we are about to get up out of here. So thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to see y'all next week. As I say every week, I'm out. See y'all next Tuesday.
We lock and load, Allen Pals.